Yes, children, we will see today the next topic, that is addition of water to alkynes. Okay, now supposing you are adding water to an alkyne. Now this is done in the presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4, that is mercuric sulfate. Okay, now here one bond is moving towards this carbon, that is C minus, and from where you have taken out, this will become C plus. And this water will be in the form of H plus and OH minus, and H plus will go towards a negatively charged carbon, OH minus will go towards a positively charged carbon. So you will get a structure like this. OH attached to this carbon and hydrogen attached to this carbon. One hydrogen was already there, one more hydrogen has been added. Right. Now what is happening? Now this particular molecule, what is it called? It is called as enol. Why it is enol? Because there is a double bond as well as one OH group. For OH group the suffix is OL. So you call this as enol. Okay. Now this enol is going to rearrange itself. It is going to tautomerize. We have seen the isomerism, tautomerism, is it not? So here this is going to tautomerize. How? This OH bond is going to shift towards this carbon. Simultaneously this bond will go towards this carbon. So this carbon will get C minus, and when this bond is shifting there will be a double bond here. Okay, and this will be left over as H plus, and this H plus will be attracted towards this C minus, right? So what you get out of this single bond O will become double bond, and this hydrogen is already there. This double bond has become a single bond, and this hydrogen is got attached to this carbon, so it will become CH3. So this compound has now tautomerized to give you ethanol, right? So you can convert ethyne to ethanol. This is a very important conversion. How would you convert ethyne to ethanol? Same way, see, ethyne, that is the simplest alkyne, that is giving you aldehyde. Now let us take the next homologue, that is propyne, the next higher member of alkyne, that is ethyne. Now to this you are adding water, again in the presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4. Now here, whenever you add water, you have to follow Markovnikov's addition. So here H plus and OH minus, and you know, according to Markovnikov's addition, OH minus will go to that carbon having less hydrogen or no hydrogen. So out of these two carbon, which is having less hydrogen, this is the carbon. So OH minus will go there and H plus will go here. So that's what I have shown here. OH has come to this carbon and hydrogen has gone to this carbon. So you will get this structure. Now this is again enol. This is also an enol. Now how this is tautomerizing? See, this OH bond will go towards a carbon and it will become a double bond, and simultaneously this bond will shift towards this carbon. So this carbon will become C minus, and this C minus will attract H plus from here. So it will become CH3, and this will become C double bond O. So what is the product you will get? You will get acetone, or you will get propanone. Okay, so this conversion can be asked as, how will you convert propyne to propanone? Okay, this is a very, very important question, right? Okay, now the rest of the things that we have studied under alkene, same way here also, if you treat ethyne with hydrogen, you will get ethene, and this will further get reduced to ethane. Now supposing I have taken this butane. Butane I am treating it in the presence of hydrogen and palladium and barium sulfate. That means palladium is smeared with barium sulfate on its surface. So this palladium, it is a transition metal. It's a D block element. And it has a rough surface. Surface is rough. Okay. Now rough surface means there will be so many small, what I should say, gaps in between, or I can say गड्ढे होते हैं. तो उसमें बेरियम सल्फेट का जो प्रेसिपिटेट है उसको स्मेयर किया जाता है. So with the result, what will happen? The activity of palladium will decrease. It will not be able to absorb hydrogen on it because of the barium sulfate which is smeared over the interstitial spaces. Okay, those जो गड्ढे बोला था, that is called as interstitial spaces. So the same thing what we have seen, palladium and carbon, remember that is called as Lindlar catalyst. So palladium, the surface of palladium is smeared with either carbon powder or it may be smeared with barium sulfate so that the activity of palladium is reduced. Now in that case, what it will do? It will stop with alkene. We saw it already, is it not? It will stop with alkene. Now here, which alkene you are getting? See, you are getting an alkene called cis isomer. Now, what is meant by this cis? Alkenes, especially symmetrical alkenes, they show geometrical isomerism. This I will take up in the next topic, right? This will show geometrical isomerism in which surrounding the double bonded carbon atoms, two groups are attached, and if the groups attached to both the carbon atoms, if they are same, if they are in the same plane, then it is called as cis isomer. Take the double bonded carbon, and which are the groups attached to it? One is CH3 and the other one is hydrogen. Same way with this carbon also you have CH3 and hydrogen. If like groups attached to these two carbon atoms lie in the same plane, it is called cis isomer. Okay, both the CH3 groups are on the same plane, both the hydrogen are on the same plane, so you call it as cis isomer. So you call this as cis-butene. Now, if the same thing, if it is conducted in the presence of sodium and liquid ammonia. Now the sodium and liquid ammonia आपस में react करके it will produce NaNH2 plus hydrogen, and that hydrogen is reacting here. Now how the hydrogen has attached? See, now in this what you find? The like groups are on opposite planes. CH3 groups are on opposite plane, hydrogen atoms, they are on opposite planes. So this isomer is called trans isomer. If they are on the same plane, it is called cis. If they are on opposite planes, then it is called trans. So you get trans-butene, right? So only this is you have to remember, that is enough. Okay, this much is enough. What is meant by cis, what is meant by trans? We will see more about it in the next class. Same way, the next property is polymerization of alkynes. If three molecules of ethyne, if it combines, then you get a molecule of benzene. Okay, this is what is called as cyclic polymerization, because a linear molecule is getting converted into a ring-like structure. So you call this as cyclic polymerization. Supposing if I put it like this, see, CH, then another CH. In दोनों के बीच में triple bond है. Then again I have taken another CH. Then again I have taken another CH. Okay, there is a triple bond here. There is a triple bond here. Right? What I have done? I have taken one bond and shifted here. One bond and shifted here. And one bond I shifted here. So what has become? CH, CH, right? Now this triple bond has become double, and the third bond has shifted here. Then again this has become double, third bond has shifted here, and this is double, and the third bond has shifted here. So this is what is your benzene, right? So three molecules of ethyne will give you benzene. Now what are the uses? Acetylene is used in oxyacetylene flame, which is used in welding of metals. Then artificial ripening of fruits में ये काम आता है. they spread this gas over the fruits and allow them to ripen in an artificial manner, not naturally. Then it is also used in the manufacture of different carbon products, that is ethanol, ethanol, ethanoic acid, even artificial rubber बनाने के लिए ये ethyne काम आता है, alkynes generally काम आता है. Now I'll tell you what is meant by oxyacetylene flame. Again, this also I will tell you a little later.